Hi there. So this this video is going to be about the new moon, which is happening tomorrow. It is January 18th at 2:52 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yes, um, and I know that there might need to be adjustments for where you are currently residing. This moon is in Capricorn, and yes, it is at 28.44 degrees of Capricorn, right at the end. I was just reading. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Um, so this is a good time. I'm using this daily planetary guide. I've only just gotten this about a month ago, so I'm still becoming accustomed to the information in here. But under the new moon, there's a little thing written, um, and and because of the other planetary activity at this time, um, this is a good time to start something new. Well, I mean, that's very new moonish, and try to focus especially in the half hour before, half hour after the exact timing of the new moon, which is, as I said, 2:52 in the on the East Coast. Okay, so yeah, I had started something I wanted to explore with you, the phases of the moon as it relates to the tarot. So the new moon, we just left this waning crescent. I mean, sorry, the waning crescent, the balsamic moon, and the cards related to that were the Hermit cards. Um, I'm actually using two decks for this. I'm using the Star Tarot because I love the Star Tarot, but I'm also using the Sufi Oracle deck. It's not an Oracle deck, it's a tarot deck. Here we go, this one. Because I love the movement in these cards. So here's the Hermit in this deck. So we're just leaving that period, and we've moved to the new moon, and that one is, so sorry about the glare, is the Fool. Okay, so in the Star Tarot, this is the Fool card, and in the Sufi deck, here it is. Oh my gosh, I think I actually like them together. It gives a different message. I think they really enhance each other in so many ways. Um, I have some other cards on the table that you've seen before if you've seen any of my videos or my most recent videos, because I might want to refer to them. And those cards relate to the um, the the sign of Capricorn, and then the decan we are currently in with regard to Capricorn. Capricorn, the the cards related to Capricorn are the World and the Devil card. So I'm just actually going to place them on the table so I can see them and perhaps refer to them. Each sign is broken into decans, it's broken into thirds. So the final decan of Capricorn, which is where we are. In fact, it's at its telltale end. It's actually going to flip into Aquarius very soon, I believe on the 20th of January. So very end of Capricorn season. But the cards that relate to that are the Hermit, which is actually already up here, and the and and the Magician, which is right here, and then the minor arcana is the Four of Pentacles. All right, so just wanted to look at these a little bit. I especially was looking at it with regard to the transition from the Hermit to the Fool. And what I thought was really interesting about these cards is that I just love that feeling of the cloak being thrown off, and that she, I mean, my goodness, she looks like she could actually float away, not step off the cliff, but actually float upward and onward. I really get that feeling. One thing I noticed about this Hermit card today, I hadn't noticed before, yes, he is pulling light. He is trying to fill his vessel with wisdom. But above his head, it's small, but it is constant, and I just really noticed how that was, in an understated way, was like a constant guide. And I feel that I feel that the Fool carries that guidance along the new path, and as that little message from the Daily Planetary Almanac was saying, this is a good time to be. It is a good time to plant new seeds. Especially, we are still in Capricorn season. That is an earth sign. It is, though I don't have any pentacles on this table in front of me right now, this is still a time to plant. And it feels like, because we'll be moving into Aquarius, which is air, and so that's more, that's going to be a little more cerebral in my feeling, that it is a good time to grasp hold of these concrete, desires, these desires that you have. And maybe I kind of misspoke there. They might not be concrete at the moment, but this is fertile ground for growth, because we do have the Magician on the table, and the Magician is carrying, actually, on the table, the Magician has all of the tools that the Fool carries in the satchel. The minor arcana for the last decan of Capricorn is the Four of Pentacles, and that is a growth card. But this image, and I did mention it in another video, it really spoke to me with a message of applauding and acknowledging one's accomplishments, but don't. But now it's time to expand the frame, much like the Hermit in this particular deck. There's this lantern is fully lit, and now it is time to expand outward. And just like this Hermit, moving into this Fool, time to throw off the cloak and emerge into the world. It brings me a little bit to the cards for Capricorn, which are the devil and the world. Sorry. You know, the devil is a card that is, I think, probably very. This is a card that one hesitates to touch, but the devil, the release from bondage could be as simple as just throwing off the cloak, or oh my goodness, or expanding the frame. And it does not have to be something fiery and scary. It just, but it does require a certain element of bravery and trust that that all that is needed is available, and to not forget, yes, the guidance that is constant. True, we must tap into it. We must be able to throw off limitations, the cloak, the I don't know, the veil over the eyes or the psyche, in order to allow that in. But this is a great time for that to happen. And yeah, I think that's all I really wanted to say about this with regard to these cards. I will read the Sabian symbol for this point, which is 2844, but that rounds up to 29 degrees of Capricorn. So let's see what it says. As usual, I have not read it. I only bookmarked it. Okay. Capricorn, 29 degrees. A woman reading tea leaves. This is a symbol of man's persistent desire to establish conscious relationship with an invisible world of over-reality, given an emphasis here on the side of outer or everyday self-encouragement. The mind has its ultimate focus in eternal and universal coordinates, and ever tends to fit the, I'm sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied today, the issues, I'm just going to replace the word, of practical living into some pattern of possible consummations. Conscious experience therefore comes to be supplanted by intuition as a direct realization of pure potentiality. The key word is signature. When positive, the degree is its naive insight as brought to high intelligence in meeting the recurrent issues of life, and when negative, superstitious dependence on the unknown. I think that's, oh my gosh, that is actually so perfect for the Fool and embarking on this journey. And yeah, and while the guidance, the tools, the inspiration are there, it is now, because the last journey has completed, and it is time to step forward into the new. But it's but we must each do the work. We must take the step, and then the divine, the energies of the universe will match our efforts. I mean, yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway, I think I will get one. I always do a card around the new moon, one of these. So I'll just do one of these. Any additional messages? Please, any additional messages for this new moon in Capricorn tomorrow, 18th of January, please. Taking this one. Okay. The card is patience. Okay. You know what's really interesting? No, is it true? Oh, yeah. It's reading. It's actually the clock. There's a clock here, and it's reading 11 past 10. What I find interesting is Capricorn is the 10th sign of the zodiac, and the 11th sign is Aquarius, which is what we are moving into. I feel like this is a message of not only patience, but perseverance and trust. I'm trying to not get a glare. It's a very faint card to begin with. And as the divine message to the Fool embarking on this new journey. So remember, about between let's say 1:30 and 2:30. Yeah, 2:52. No, between 2:30 and 3:30 Eastern time. Maybe that's a good time to start something new, even if it's in the smallest way, and you'll know best what that means. And it could just mean, you know, taking a pause to commit to yourself, writing yourself a note of your idea or your goal, whatever. Anyway, it's your moon, it's your time to and it's your choice, as always. Many thanks, and I will see you next time. Bye.